I mean, yeah, the future of sales is now. It's happening. It's there. So I'd like to hear actually from both of you on this. And Martyn, I'll start with you. But I'm hearing these major changes, right? And there's a sense of urgency, almost panic, but definitely urgency that's building in my mind. That I'm not seeing a lot of organizations making any kind of quantum shift here, right? So there's an urgency to adapt to this new reality. What should organizations do today? What's the first thing that you would tell them that they should do today? Organizations and or salespeople.
Well, you're right. There is a sense of urgency. And the sense of urgency is not driven because of AI, although AI is going to enable you to get to where you need to get to very solidly. The sense of urgency should be there because buyers have changed how they buy and sellers have not. We are still using selling approaches that go back to the 80s and 90s. And to Andrew's point, we're paving the old donkey carts. So we're using wonderful technology to essentially automate our old processes that, quite frankly, are not just old, they just don't work because buyers don't buy that way anymore. You cannot take a buyer through a sales process. You've got to support them through their buying journey. So given that, to answer your question, what should people do? Job number one is map the buying journey. Understand what the customer is really doing, not what you imagine or would like them to do while you're selling. That's still inside out. Go outside in. Really find out what's going on in that buying journey. Who gets involved? When do they get involved? What are their concerns? What are their motivations? How do they make decisions? What do they do? Where do they go? That ecosystem that Andrew talked about, map that out. And as I said earlier, the good news is for a particular market, buying a particular product, you can map out that buying journey. You can predict what's going to happen. If you find that it's all over the place, I will argue it's more than one market. So
Right.
for a particular market, in fact, we define a market that way. A market is a selection, a set of customers that buy in a similar way. So you can map out the buying journey. Now that takes some time because you're going to find out what really is going on, not what you imagine would like to go on, what's really all the things that are going on. Map out the buying journey. With that now, and I use the GPS analogy, that is now your base map. You now have a map of what's going to go on. And incidentally, people may say, well, it's not linear. Well, in fact, what we find is customers jump around. They get through the buying journey, they find they're missing something, they loop back. Now that's a gap. That's something that we could have helped them with, not miss. We could have straightened that out for them. So if you look like it's non-linear, that's customers jumping around, and that's opportunity for us. So with the base map, there's three things that we need to now focus on.